Morning, everybody. Okay, so I was reading a book, The Midnight Library, but then I discovered that actually reading a book on the internet can get you into trouble for copyright reasons. So I decided not to do that. And what I'll do is actually ask the guy who wrote the book, who is in Scotland, whether I'm allowed to read his book. So for the moment, I've done that. I've stopped that. So I will address that situation, and if I can continue, I will, but I don't want to get into trouble, of course. So what have I decided to do? I mean, obviously I teach English anyway, so I decided to do idioms and idiomatic expressions. And these are things that, we say in English that have a bit of a strange meaning, and they're really difficult to translate if you're a foreign language student, and they're virtually impossible to understand as well. But we say them a lot. So today what I was going to do is actually cover things like the weather. So there are certain expressions that we do, which we say now, which might seem a bit strange, but idiomatic expressions we use an awful lot. I wouldn't say some of these we use a lot, but we do use them a lot. Now, for instance, it's raining cats and dogs. I mean, that's a strange expression, isn't it? What does that actually mean? It just means it's raining heavily. It's pouring down. It's a heavy downfall of rain, basically. Raining cats and dogs. Don't go outside, take your umbrella, it's raining cats and dogs. I wouldn't say it's overly commonly used, but it's something we all know if you're English. Now, obviously, if you're learning a language and you're doing things like IELTS and things like that, all these expressions, they really help you sound like a native. That's the truth of it. So if you want to sound more like an English person, or just to up your game a bit, then you need to learn some of these, definitely. Another one is every cloud has a silver lining. So every cloud has a silver lining. And what does that mean? It means that in a bad situation, there is optimism. There is something good to come out of a bad situation, okay? So I'll give you an example. I'm not going on holiday this year, but every cloud has a silver lining. I'm able to spend more time at home with my lovely family, okay? So it's something good that comes out of a bad situation. Head in the clouds. So if you say someone has got their head in the clouds, it means that they're sort of a little bit unrealistic, a bit over-optimistic, unrealistic, really. They're unrealistic about a situation. They've got their heads in the clouds, so they're not really being realistic about a situation. Snowed under. Now, this is used a lot, snowed under. Now, snowed under is when you've got too much work to do, you're feeling the pressure, and you're completely bogged down. There's another expression, bogged down, snowed under with work. Okay, snowed under with work. I'm really snowed under at the moment. I've got too much to do. Okay, generally with a work situation, that's what it refers to. Under the weather. This is used an awful lot as well. Generally if you're tired, or it's referring to the fact that you're not feeling very well. Under the weather. So you've got flu, you've got a cold, you're just tired. Generally I'm feeling a bit under the weather. Cloud nine. There's a couple of things we can say here. Cloud nine, you're living on cloud nine, which means things are super good and you're extremely happy about things, and you're sort of, bursting with excitement. I'm really on cloud nine. The other one is should be a breeze. Now, a breeze is obviously a bit of wind, a breeze, a gentle breeze is a wind. But when you say should be a breeze, it's referring to something that should be ultimately quite easy. Okay, so I'm going to go and sit my exam next week, and it should be a breeze because I've studied hard. Okay, should be a breeze. Come rain or shine. So come rain or shine is basically something that will be done regardless of whatever happens. Okay, so come rain or shine, it's going to happen. It's dead certain it's going to happen. Another one is the calm before the storm. So that is basically when there's a situation occurring and it's going to be explosive. And it generally refers to sort of in an argument, or, there's trouble ahead, basically. Calm before the storm. What else have we got? We have something called face like thunder. Face like thunder. Now, face like thunder, when someone is really angry and cross, a person, and they're showing their expression on their face, and it's really angry and face like thunder. Another one is storm in a teacup. Now, this is something, a storm in a teacup, when someone has kind of over exaggerated a problem and they've made it into a big thing when it doesn't need to be a big thing. So they call it a storm in a teacup when you've over kind of exaggerated a situation as well. Lightning fast. Lightning fast is when someone's super quick. Basically, it's very simple. When someone is super fast, super quick, okay? Chasing rainbows. This is a bit of an unusual one, actually. I know you want to become a famous football, but don't chase rainbows. So it's a bit like chasing your dreams, basically. Take a rain check. This will be the last one. Take a rain check. Now, to take a rain check is to basically cancel something, and actually, so you've got to imagine you've got a meeting. You're going to meet a friend, but you've got something has come up, and you're going to ring them and say, look, I'm going to take a rain check on that because I can't make it. I'll see you next week. Okay, so you're going to take a rain check. Okay, so it's basically rearrange a meeting. Okay, so they are idioms relating to the weather. So I hope that's explained it all to you. It's very difficult to put those sentences into Google Translate and actually translate them directly because it just won't make sense. But I hope that's given you a little bit of an idea of what they mean. Okay, see you later. Bye.